morning from the beautiful port of Bonaire. We have an awesome day planned today because I'm partnering up with Shekhinah Tours here in Bonaire, and they are taking us on a custom tour, which if you guys do book with them, you can do a custom tour as well, and I'm going to leave their link in the description below, so check them out, and we're going to see where they take us today. It's going to be an epic day. I can't wait, but first, let's go get some breakfast.
And then some...
Finally going to get some blue iguana for breakfast. Hopefully I don't regret this one. That looks delicious. Brett, I still can't believe this is our first time getting blue iguana on this cruise. That just goes to show how much food the celebration has. Time to take a bite. Delicious. Well, in an unfortunate turn of events, Carnival wouldn't let me have my drone off the ship, even though I checked all the rules, regulations. I'm a licensed pilot. They said there's no flying allowed in the port. I wasn't going to fly it in the port. It is what it is. I'll still get some good shots with the camera. Now let's go meet up with Shekhinah Tours. So at the salt flats here, we learned that Cargill actually owns this company that produces all this salt over here. Look at how much salt there is. So we're here at our second stop, which is the slave huts, and our guide was telling us that 2 to 6 people used to sleep inside of these. And here's my hand for reference. Like, these are very small and compact. And she was also telling us that because of climate change, the ocean and the tide is actually starting to erode these away. So the government's trying to come up with a plan to fix this, but it's eerily beautiful, even though it's sad of what had happened here, how the people were treated, but it's an incredible sight to see. So I'm 5'7", and I'm gonna crawl into one of these so you guys can see. I can barely stand up in here. Just imagine 2 to 6 people sharing this space. Like, there is no room at all. That is just, it's unreal that people used to be treated this way. Shekhinah will even hook you up with drinks on every tour you book with them.
Yes.
So how old is Shekhinah Tours?
I don't know exactly because I work for the company now. About a year now. I started last year August.
Okay.
For this company.
Okay.
But I think it's more than 20 years old because the father had the company. After that, now the son has the company.
Okay.
It's very.
So keeping it a family business.
It's a family business, yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So back when Bonaire originally did use slaves, this here shows the original way of how the salt was gathered and then moved over to the ships. Now everything's done by machinery. Our lovely tour guide Shekhinah told us that we would get to see some flamingos. And here we go. Our first up-close sightings of some flamingos.
Keep thinking that
You excited you got to see flamingos up close and personal for the first time in the wild?
Yes.
We arrived at our next stop, which is the Willemstoren Lighthouse, built in 1837. And if you guys know me, I am a huge sucker for lighthouses. So definitely glad to be able to come here and see this one. So you can't go inside this lighthouse because on Bonaire, every single lighthouse and tower is a national monument, and they want to keep it preserved and how it is.
I've done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it.
So until 1960, that was the old lighthouse keeper's house, until they went to the automated light in 1961. Such a beautiful lighthouse with a great location next to a rocky beach and the beautiful ocean. It is hot out here in Bonaire today, so along with a great tour by Shekhinah, you also get a nice air-conditioned van. We found a huge group of flamingos right next to some cool windmills that are actually functioning for the salt flats here. That's a lot of flamingos. And those are the windmills over there. So now we're driving what's called the Queens Highway.
The Queen's Highway, yes.
And the waters off this look beautiful, as well as the views. So we're at our next stop, which is 1,000 steps. And there's really only 78 of them. But we were told that's because when divers come out of the water, it feels like it's 1,000 steps. Beautiful up here. Definitely one of our busiest stops so far as people go, but nonetheless I wanted to see this and climb up the 1,000 steps. So Shekhinah just gave us a Shekhinah Tours salt gift. This is local salt here from Bonaire. Very awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
We are now at the Karpata Plantation, which is an old abandoned plantation. It's the ruins left over, so we're going to go explore. So this plantation was originally built in 1870. Then later in 1980, it was transformed into a science laboratory. And now they're hoping that an investor comes along and turns it into something else. We'll go check out what's up here. We're going to be careful though, because the floor, definitely not walking on that. I go straight down. Beautiful buildings. I wonder how old some of these paintings are. They don't look that old, but you never know. Could be from when it was a science lab. We stopped at Go-To Lake here in Bonaire, and I had no idea this island has beauty like this here. This just looks incredible. That mountain off there in the distance is Brandaris Mountain. That is the tallest mountain here in Bonaire, and they used to use it as smoke signals to warn of danger in the ocean to as far as Venezuela. So cool. We are now in the village of Rincon, and we are here to go to the Cadushy distillery at our next stop here. So we're going to go in here and check this out. So this was at one point an old cinema, and it is now the Cadushy distillery. Right here is a free sample of the Cadushy, and then you watch the video up there. All right. Let's try it. Wow. That is delicious. That is really good.
Yeah.
So the sign right before the free sample says, have you ever tried drinking a cactus? Well, I highly recommend it. Cadushy Distillery, thumbs up. We are now up at Siru Largu, which gives beautiful views of Bonaire, so let's go check out these views. For the best views of Bonaire, highly recommend coming to Siru Largu. You coming to say hi? Shekhinah, you were the best tour guide.
Oh, thank you very much.
We could have
Thank
had.
you very much.
I appreciate it.
Oh yes,
and
it
hopefully,
was a pleasure.
Yeah, hopefully you'll get some new customers from the video.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I hope so too.
Yep.
Okay, thank
So make
you.
sure you guys come to see Shekhinah and go on a nice tour with her.
All right.
All right, guys, we're back on the ship. Shekhinah Tours blew it out of the water. That was incredible. Such a great tour, and like I said, you can customize your tour with them. It was highly worth it. I can't say enough nice things about them. We saw the whole island. Shekhinah was very, very intelligent with the island of Bonaire. She did a great job explaining all the history, dates. She knew it all. Any question we had, she nailed it. So click that link down below if you're coming to Bonaire and book a tour with Shekhinah Tours. When the top deck's too busy, you go get Guy's Burgers and enjoy the views of the port from your balcony. Switching over to the GoPro because we're going to go find some snorkeling here in Bonaire. So the last water shuttle to climb Bonaire was at 12:15 due to a coral disease, which we understand why that is. So we were going to take a taxi to another reef, but no taxi would really take us there because they wanted like 8 people in the cab. So we just walked left after we got off the ship, and we actually found that awesome snorkel spot that you guys just saw. But now it's almost sunset, so we're going to go back off the ship and hopefully catch a beautiful sunset behind the Carnival celebration. So this was my spot for the sunset, and it was a great spot. Beautiful views of the ship. And it's really cool because part of where it's tethered is right here. As you can see, that is just a beautiful sight right now. Now it's time to head back to the ship for the 3rd time today and to go get some dinner. For dinner, we went to one of our favorite spots on Carnival, which is Guy's Pig and Anchor. Here you choose selections from a menu. I went with the Pig and Anchor melt, which is one of my favorites. Then I got mac and cheese and the kielbasa as a side. And the dessert was incredible, which was an apple cobbler. Pier runners for a 9:30 back on board time.